I have some bad news here for the media. Their credibility is apparently incredibly low. People just aren't buying what they're selling anymore. So this is from The Hill. Here's what they say. Nearly 2/3 of Americans say the mainstream press is full of fake news, a sentiment that is held by a majority of voters across the ideological spectrum. According to data from the latest Harvard-Harris poll, which was provided exclusively to The Hill, 65% of voters believe there is a lot of fake news in the mainstream media. That number includes 80% of Republicans, 60% of independents, and 53% of Democrats. 84% of voters said it is hard to know what news to believe online. So I showed you that last part there because it's everywhere. It's everywhere. People are like, I don't know if I believe that, I don't know if I believe that, I don't know if I believe this. And they're not wrong. And what's so pathetic is how smug corporate media is and how they assume when Trump attacks them, oh, how dare you? You've attacked an honorable staple of American democracy, and now the people will stand up in our favor, the good media elitists. No, people know you're full of shit, so a lot of people actually like it when he attacks you, even though he's a buffoon. When he goes, fake news, fake news, fake news. The people in the media are like, look, what a fool of himself he's making. But the corporate media, these are the same people who got us into the war in Iraq. They did the propaganda for the Bush administration. They said Saddam did 9/11, then Saddam has weapons of mass destruction. They really do fake news all the time. They put their focus on the wrong shit all the time. They lost it because Donald Trump cursed. He breached decorum. Let's talk about this for 3 days straight. So people don't like mainstream media, and a lot of people in mainstream media would argue, well, that's just because the people are irrational. But that's not true. When you give people the option of an honest actor, they love the honest actor. Bernie Sanders has a 61% favorability rating. He's the most popular politician in the country. Because people look at it, they go, oh, he's honest and he cares about stuff. If the media was honest and they cared about stuff, cared about telling the truth for the American people, cared about educating them about which policies make sense, stopped all their stupid biases, whether it's a Republican Party bias, a Democratic Party bias, or an establishment bias for both parties. So it's not woven into the fabric of nature that the American people are going to hate the media. They hate the media because the media sucks. You suck. All you do is talk about menial nonsense, garbage shit. So, when was the last time you saw a really detailed piece on CNN covering how half the country makes $30,000 a year or less? When was the last time you saw a really in-depth report about how our infrastructure gets a grade of D+? When was the last time you saw a really in-depth report about our 800 military bases around the world that cost $100 billion a year to maintain? When was the last time you saw a really in-depth report about the extent of the torture that we did at Guantanamo Bay and at Abu Ghraib, and how Dick Cheney and George Bush signed off on it, and how we copied from a communist Chinese manual on how to torture? When was the last time you saw really serious coverage about serious issues that are affecting regular people? Has there ever been a documentary on the 45,000 people that die as a result of not having basic health care in America, when that number is 0 in every other modern nation? They don't cover. If the media covered those things, the favorability rate would be 95%. People would be like, oh, I love them. What are you talking about? They're a watchdog for people of power. They're looking out for me, the regular guy, the little guy. I love them. What are you talking about? But they don't do that. They don't do that at all. They're fucking partisan hacks. They're establishment pricks. And as a result of it, see, that's the thing. You've destroyed your credibility so thoroughly that when a monster like Donald Trump comes along and he goes, fake news, they go, yeah, that's true, isn't it? I mean, come on, they are fake news. And you have nobody to blame but yourself for that. Donald Trump is a monster. Donald Trump is a buffoon. Donald Trump is a clown. Donald Trump is authoritarian. He's all those things. But you also suck at your fucking job. So you've given him credibility from all the lies you've told and all the misleading bullshit and all the focus on irrational things that you shouldn't be focusing on. You gave him ammunition. So when he says fake news, people go, I kind of like that he's anti-establishment and he's going against these snobby pricks who think they're great and they suck. So, and again, look, on the internet, we got a lot of work to do too. I unfortunately think there's, the internet is so large and it's such a spectrum that it includes stuff from InfoWars and WorldNet Daily, who literally believe Obama is a demon and the Sandy Hook massacre was a hoax to take the guns. They just believe preposterous things. So the internet includes stuff like that to stuff like us, independent progressive media, where, yes, we have an opinion, but we also give you the facts, and then I give you my take on it. And hopefully we're building up trust in a way where, you know that we're always going to give you the straight dope. But overall on the internet, yeah, 84% say, I don't know what to believe online, because it's true, you can find contradicting stuff online. But I do think overall new media is the answer to this old media domination, and you guys are making that happen. You guys are the grassroots. You guys fund this show and keep this show going. You're the main source of revenue for this show, you guys. On patreon.com/secular talk, you give $2 a month. If you want to go nuts, $5 or $7 a month. And that keeps us going. That keeps us free and independent. That keeps us pumping out content that we hope is quality and that you guys enjoy. And it's not just me. Of course, it's all the other progressive independent outlets who are doing their thing. And we couldn't do it without you guys. But it's so clear that there's a vacuum in the marketplace. It's not that we're so great. Is that there's this fucking vacuum in the marketplace for anything that's real, because corporate media is so goddamn bad that everybody's onto them. It doesn't matter where you fall on the political spectrum. Everybody's like, that's some bullshit. Wolf Blitzer, Don Lemon, fucking Sean Hannity, Greta Van Susteren, you name it. People on MSNBC, CNN, Fox News, they're all silly. So since you're onto them, you're looking for an alternative, and we're trying our best to be that alternative.